Fullmetal Alchemist by Hiromu Arakawa first released in the early 2000s and has become a beloved series that over the years has received 2 anime adaptations. The original 2003 series and a retelling titled Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood that released in 2009, and various manga releases, including paperback volumes, 3-in-1s, a complete box set, and most recently, the Fullmetal Editions. There's a lot of different ways to fully collect Fullmetal Alchemist, but which is the best? In this video, we'll take a look at all 4 editions and I'll show you guys what's different about each. First, I want to talk about how the different editions collect the series. Fullmetal Alchemist is complete with 27 volumes. The Fullmetal Editions collect 1.5 volumes each, so they collect the series in 18 volumes, while the 3-in-1 editions collect the series in 9 volumes. The manga box set collects all 27 volumes, but it also comes with some extras I'll show you guys later. Size-wise, the individual volumes are approximately 5 by 0.7 by 7.5 inches, the same size as standard Shonen Jump releases. The 3-in-1s are the same height and width on the shelf, but they are thicker because they collect 3 volumes each. And finally, the Fullmetal Editions are 5.75 by 0.8 by 8.25 inches in size, so they're slightly bigger than the individual volumes all around. They are almost the same width, so they don't take up much more space on the shelf. The biggest difference is their height, which allows the panels to stand out more. They are about the same size as the Soul Eater Perfect Editions all around. Price-wise, the Fullmetal Editions retail for $19.99 each. The individual paperback volumes retail for $9.99 a piece, while the 3-in-1 editions are $14.99 each, and the complete manga box set is $19.99 at retail. You can find them all at lower everyday prices on Right Stuf though, and oftentimes on sale at other retailers, but as far as retail goes, the cheapest way to collect the series is the 3-in-1 editions, which save you around $85 in comparison to the second cheapest option, the complete manga box set. One of the biggest differences is their design. All editions of Fullmetal Alchemist are paperback except for the Fullmetal Editions, which are hardcover. The singles feature the same artwork as the Japanese covers, but the logo as well as the details and design on the spines is quite different. You have the Fullmetal logo front and center at top here with a gray gridded background. The artwork is underneath it and the volume number is in the corner. The individual volume spines are all dark gray and they feature character artwork as well as the Fullmetal logo. Here's a quick look at what all of them look like together on the shelf, as well as the cover of all of the singles. The box set, which collects all of the singles, feature artwork of Ed on the front and Alphonse on its side. The inside of the box set features a lot of incredible details, as well as more characters and symbols from the series. The 3-in-1 editions, on the other hand, feature new artwork with the first volume showcasing Ed and Alphonse. The 3-in-1 editions artwork reaches all edges of the cover, so it's blown up in size, and it wraps around the whole volume onto the spine as well as the back of the volumes, which I really enjoy. The spine features the Fullmetal logo, and they note the volume numbers that are collected in each too. Overall, they have a nice design, and I actually prefer the design of these over the singles. Then we have the design of the Fullmetal Editions. I enjoy the overall look of the Fullmetal Editions, especially in comparison to other versions of Fullmetal Alchemist Manga. Each cover highlights an individual character from the series, and like the 3-in-1 editions, the artwork wraps around onto the back of the volumes. They all feature the same bold metallic lettering, but their colors are unique, which I really like. The lettering on the spine is also foiled, so they really stand out on the shelf. On the back of the volumes, there's also a glossy opaque transmutation circle, which is a nice touch. This detail gives the edition more texture in addition to the raised lettering. Overall, the Fullmetal editions have an incredible design, and I prefer their more modern look. They feel great in hand, but they look great on the shelf or on display too. What about print and page quality? The editions differ a lot in this category. The 3-in-1 editions have the worst print quality of all the editions. They are printed on newspaper thin paper, so there's quite a bit of bleed through while reading, and the pages are so thin they sometimes stick together. The print quality also isn't as nice as it is in others, but they are still the most budget-friendly option. The singles are the second best. They are printed on that standard eggshell off-white paper, but the pages are thicker than the 3-in-1s, and the printing is overall better in the singles. The best print and page quality, though, goes to the Fullmetal editions. These volumes are printed on a thicker, higher quality paper, and the pages are white with a glossy finish. I prefer the feel of the pages and overall print quality of the Fullmetal editions in comparison to the paperbacks and 3-in-1 editions. The panels have the best contrast, more details and midtones are visible in the Fullmetal editions, and they have the most crisp printing overall. As far as readability goes, the singles are the smallest edition, so they're the easiest to read in that regard, but the others are lightweight and are easy to transport or read as well. The Fullmetal editions are the only edition with a sewn binding. I will say that the only potential negative thing I've noticed about the Fullmetal editions is that their spines and binding have some issues. One being that some of the pages in a couple of my volumes break away from the spine over time after reading, usually only the first few pages of the volumes. Another issue is that the eye of the Fullmetal editions is very small, making the volumes not all that flexible while reading. Because of this, they're a tad bit more difficult to read than I'd like. Despite these issues though, all of the panels and text are still legible and never disappear into the centerfold, which is a huge plus. Let's take a look at their translation and lettering next. The updated translation, the Fullmetal Alchemist Fullmetal Editions, is a big positive for me because they fixed some grammatical and wording errors in these volumes. From what I've seen, the things they've updated in terms of translation are relatively minor things that enhance readability or fix grammatical or wording errors. They did make some changes to names, like General Hakuro is now Halcro in this edition. In my opinion, the updated translation is better than what we saw in the original volumes, so I recommend them in that regard, especially for first-time readers of Fullmetal Alchemist. On top of that, the quality and look of the new lettering is amazing, and I prefer it over the lettering we see in the individual volumes in 3-in-1 editions. In addition to the translation, the lettering and sound effects are the same in the 3-in-1s and singles. The Fullmetal editions are the only edition with an updated translation as well as lettering, and as you can see, the sound effects were redrawn also. The sound effects look a lot better in the Fullmetal editions when looking at them side by side with the other editions. What about extras though? As far as extras go, there are 2 editions that come with new material and or extras, the Fullmetal editions and the complete manga box set. The Fullmetal editions come with new color inserts and behind-the-scenes character sketches. The complete manga box set, on the other hand, comes with a novel that ties that bind and a full-color double-sided poster. Now that we've taken a look at everything, what's the best way to collect Fullmetal Alchemist? As always, it definitely depends on what you are looking for. If you are looking for the edition with the best overall quality, including print and page quality, the best overall translation and lettering, and you prefer hardcover formats, the Fullmetal editions are the best. If you are looking for the cheapest way to collect Fullmetal Alchemist, you'll want to check out the 3-in-1 editions. Prefer the look of the singles, the complete manga box set allows you to collect them at a cheaper price, and it comes with extras, so I highly recommend this route over collecting the series individually. What do I think though? Personally, I think the Fullmetal Alchemist Fullmetal editions look the best on and off the shelf. I love their metallic details on the spines, and they have a really nice striking modern design. The print quality is top-notch, and the translation, sound effects, and lettering is better in these editions too. Whatever edition you choose, you're going to get to experience an incredible story, but I hope this video helps you guys find out what edition or editions of Fullmetal Alchemist you want to pick up. What about you guys? What's your favorite way to collect Fullmetal Alchemist? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.